Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today's review is going to be an automotive repair, a low-cost automotive repair on bodywork. So I've got a 2010 F-150 and the rockers are pretty rusted out and the cab corners are rusted out. So I've decided to, to make the best of it. I'm not spending a huge amount of money on this truck just to make it look nice and pretty. So I'm doing the opposite. I'm going with some roof repair. Let me show you what I'm doing here, and let's take a look and see if this could be an alternative for a lot of people that live in the Salt Belt, where you don't really care how good your truck looks, you just don't want it to be having holes in it and falling apart. And I find this product here works good for me, and it might work good for you. So let's take a look. Okay, so this is the product right here, and I don't know if you got this in your area or not, but this is the product right here, and I'll turn it around to the other side. So there it is right there. Now this product here says wet, dry. Well, it goes on wet, but it dries, and that's what you have to do. It has to be dries. So you know, you just can't get the stuff that stays wet all the time. And I've already done one side, and all I did was get a dollar store brush. That's going into the bin in a minute. And I got some Q-tips, because when you're working with some masking tape and you're pulling the masking tape off, you'll get these little stringers. So this way here just knocks it down, nothing fancy. So I just use some Q-tips. You don't need these ones, you can use any kind that you have. So let's go to the truck and I'll show you the one side that's already done, and then I'll show you me doing the other side, and how this is actually a $3,000 repair if I were to get these rockers replaced and painted and look real pretty. Well, I'm not doing pretty. So let's go out, let's take a look at the one side that's done, and I'll show you me doing the other side. Okay, so there's the other side there, and you can see on the top there where I pulled the tape off. Well, you could see where I actually had to just kind of just knock down the little bit of the stringers there with the little bit of a Q-tip there. And that's pretty much it right there. I mean, it's very simple to do, very easy, low cost, and that'll be on there a long time. I mean, come on. So yeah, so now let's go over to the other side, and I'm going to show you me painting it on and how easy it is to work with. And I know some of you are wondering, okay, so I mean, that don't look the best, right? Well, I'll tell you what, this truck don't look the best for its age either, but you know what? I find that this this roof repair, it dries to the touch, so it doesn't stay tacky, and you know, doesn't cause you any other grief. It dries up pretty hard, and it does the job. I mean, would you want to spend $3,000 to replace your cab corners and the rockers underneath? I just throw the roof repair to it and drive on. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Nothing fancy. Now I put this tape on here so I wouldn't touch it, right? Go in here. There you go. Like, I mean, this doesn't get any easier than that. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You're never going to see in there. And I'll just got it really goobered in there good. Bring it across here. Now you can see on the bottom side there, I'm not too sure if you can, but it's quite rusted. So I mean, I put it on pretty good, right? Now I got this tape covering up all the weather stripping, and you can see how this is flowing in really nice. And I'm going to do the underside later, but I'm just going to show you this here for first, what it actually looks like. Because no matter what I tried before, no matter what kind of paint you try and put on there, well, because there's rusting behind, it's just going to bleed through constantly. And I'm going with this because it works, and it's working for me. So that is pretty much it right there. Now I'm going to leave this to dry, And this is going to take about, well, after I close the door, will probably take a couple of days to dry on pretty good. But I'm going to wait about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then pull this tape off. Because I don't want it dry with the tape on. It's hard to get it off, right? So what do you think? Well, what do you think? Now, for a lot of people, they're going to go, whoa, okay, so like this is like going on a 14-year-old truck. So, you know, I'm not going to spend the money on it. But you know what? That stuff just stays on there, does not fall off, doesn't wear off. I've tried using different types of paint. And guess what? From one season to the next, well, it just bleeds right straight through and you're back to looking at rust. So I'm not going to look at rust anymore. And I've used this product in the past for so many different situations. And, well, it's easy to put on. Doesn't look that bad from 10 feet away. And, you know, I think it's a good resolve. Instead of, you know, forking out $3,000 or $4,000 to get the rockers all replaced and everything, just goober her up. C'est la vie. Thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe and see some interesting things you just might not see somewhere else. Cheers.